Today's sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
2nd and 5 now.
Love.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
At the 22-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That second down play nets a -4. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Love from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Kevin King with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Love now. Flushed out right. Caught by Cobb. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Love to throw for it on 4th. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Again, it's Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air. And he
fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving.
Out of bounds, up past the 10. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Throwing on first down is Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the handoff, Connor. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Connor.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw now. Here's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with some...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. To try again after the sack. Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Third and long for Love. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Moore on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Jordan Phillips able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Love, they go play action now. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Returning it is Moore. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Murray now on first down. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
On first and 10, here's Murray. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Brings up second and 1.
Here's Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Shotgun now from Murray. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this one is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Play fake. Here's Love. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, Love. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Throwing on second and long. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off the option, it's Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Love. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Connor, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Being chased out left. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for more, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. We go. 6 guys, 6 guys.
To throw is Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Murray. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Murray has the first down and more.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Murray giving to Connor on the option.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked 2. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Check 50.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Packers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up.